How are you, everybody? Oh my goodness, I feel like it's been so long. And yeah, I'm just gonna wait a minute or two for some people to come on. If not, we will go about it because not only is my battery dying, but I gotta get to dinner before the boys get up. It is one of these days where both boys are napping. So hallelujah, praise the Lord, and everything like that. Um, we haven't spoken since last year, I believe. There was a video that came out this year, and a new video will come out next week. But I mean, like, in this live setting, I haven't been since maybe a little bit before Christmas. So there's that. Due to the holidays and the craziness of it all, not to mention, one of my sons hasn't been wanting to nap all the time, and when they nap, this is when I can go live because I do go to bed pretty early, so going live after they go down for the night is not exactly an option for me. But we do what we can with what is given to us. So what are you gonna do? If anyone is here, you can feel free to say hello. My drink. It was very tasty. It's like a concoction here of ginger and some other stuff. It's not exactly my recipe, and it is copy wrote, copy something or other. So I can't exactly give it away, but I can tell you where I got it from. It is a Trim Healthy Mama recipe. It's called the Good Girl Moonshine, and if you know, you know. it it helps me to get like boundless energy, and it is such like a kick in the throat kind of taste. It's really, really yummy and it's delicious. You can customize the flavors, but yeah, like I said, Trim Healthy Mama, check it out. They're super wonderful, by the way. There's these sisters, Christian sisters, and the way they talk about nutrition, it has really blown my mind. Like, even when I started now, not only have I lost some weight, thanks to God, but even if that's not the goal, my skin is more glowing and I have more energy than usual, which is a lot. Like, even for me, like, I feel like I'm pretty energetic, but I've gotten even more. It's been amazing. Yeah, okay, so let's get to chatting about productivity. Like I said, I won't be here long today due to my phone dying and other things on the agenda for this afternoon. So, talking of the agenda for the afternoon, this is a wonderful segue into our topic today, which is productivity. So, when we say productivity, I mean not to the point of burning yourself out, obviously, but we all have things that we would like to do, and as we do them, we would like to be successful in them. At least I know I would. So, how we can achieve this is by doing some productive tips. Oh, yeah, and for those who missed it, I made an announcement on the community tab that I've started homeschooling my 3-year-old, and it's quite new for us. I mean, I have a friend, Mariama, who does this, and she's the only person I know, like, personally, that homeschools. Aside from like the accounts I follow, like on TikTok and Instagram, she is the only like real life person that I've spoken to about this. So she's pretty cool. Check her out. She's from Godly Mothers Chosen Little. She's here on YouTube as well. She has a thriving Instagram and Facebook community as well. But she's super duper awesome. And she has been walking me through all this, so that's pretty great. However, it is pretty new to us. My son super loves it, and me too. It is taking up a bit of time. He does like to sit and learn, and I love learning as well. So I feel like because of this, we spend a lot of time on it, maybe unnecessarily so, but I mean, it works. And like I said, we're just getting the hang of it. I do have a 2-year old as well. He is very super duper active. So because of this, I have to figure out ways like to keep him entertained while we do the homeschool. And since now I'm doing homeschool, the pockets of time that I had to edit the video while they do independent playing, it's now been replaced with homeschool. Anyway, we're still getting in the swing of things. I just recently learned it doesn't have to be like an all day thing, or even like hours and hours long. So I should go back to my regular posting schedule soon, but in the meantime, I do not want the quality of my content to suffer. Therefore, I'm releasing a new video every other Monday at 7 p.m. EST. Now, that's not to say there won't be some shorts and there won't be some lives in between that, like today. But I can't exactly predict those because it depends if my sons are napping or not, and if I've gotten the stuff out for dinner. It depends. So I don't want to make any promises that I cannot keep, and I do not want the quality of my content to suffer. So for that case, it'll be every other week for now. And I've already gotten the next video. Well, it's not like fully edited or anything like that, but it is filmed. It is about self-care for homemakers. So hopefully you guys really enjoy that one. I know I have struggled with self-care for the longest because I felt like it was very selfish, but once I've been doing it, I've actually noticed like, no, my cup is more full, so I can provide more for my family, and it's just been a total game changer. So stay tuned for that video. That one is dropping this Monday at 7 p.m. EST. You don't want to miss it. It's like a bunch of practical tips that you can do and let go of the shame and guilt that at least I used to feel when it came to self-care. So yeah, so definitely if I can do it, you guys can definitely do it, because I was like the last person I think to do it. Yes, so productivity. Now that we got all of the announcements out of the way, let's talk about it. How can you be more productive as a homemaker? In order to do that, I am very big a follower of like schedules. Propose to everyone that can have one. However, now that life has been a bit more active with my sons, I can also understand how some people might not be able to keep schedules. So what we started doing, and what I mean is like, things don't always go the same way every day. Children are little, maybe you're in a season that it just, things are just anyhow, or something. I still don't say to throw in the towel. I would still say to do something. And what I've been doing these days is routines, which a little bit more lenient that I'm used to, but I've been trying to tell myself, as the flight lady says, a done something is better than a perfect nothing. So at the end of the day, even though I don't have my schedule like I used to every 15 minutes doing this or that, or sometimes 3-hour blocks, I'm not gonna throw in the towel and say, well, because of life, I can't follow my schedule. Therefore, I would just live anyhow until the boys are older. No, because I still have goals and dreams and ambitions, and I feel that not only is it like a good example for my sons to see this, so they too may have goals and dreams or ambitions. And I understand I'm not a man, so it's not exactly the same, but they also see dad like this. So I need them to understand the goals, dreams, and ambitions are important. And while they're this little and they can like look up to me and stuff like that, I can establish this, and instead of just throwing in the towel saying, well, I can't follow my schedule, I incorporate the routines. I also don't want them to think like, hey, I used to be this super duper structured productive person, and now that you came along woe is me, you know, kind of thing, God forbid. So no, I will not have it. So the schedules that I've been doing incorporate maybe less. Maybe I used to plan like 50 things to do in a day. I'm not joking. This is why I have to do a running to-do list even before going down to the schedules, I mean to the routines, because I used to want to do so much in so little time. Now then I had to give myself a limit with that. Like 10 is max, which is still a super duper high number, especially now that the boys are more active and with the homeschool stuff. So that being said, yes. Oh, yes, my other friend. I just thought about my other friend, Crystal, who homeschools and stuff like that. But other than that, it's just a brand new experience for us. So that being said, routines are something that anyone I feel can incorporate. They are a little bit more lax. Maybe you won't be, I don't know, writing your book from, I don't know, 6 to 7 in the morning, but you have a goal to write for 15 minutes. You incorporate into your routine, like let's say your morning routine, you wake up. If you're a Christian like me, you might spend time with God. Then you might have other things that you do, but to one of those items, you will attach writing your book, let's say. So use the book as an example, which well, anyway, the point is, let's say you drink tea in the morning. You drink your tea or your good girl moonshine, and you write for 15 minutes. You attach your habit to something. This is very popular by the book Atomic Habits by, I want to say James Clear. Could be wrong. Don't quote me, but I will link it down below. He definitely says to do this, and I feel like it super works. And you, to take it a step further, not only are you just making it a habit, but you're incorporating it into your routine. This is just who you are now. I'm a writer, and I write 15 minutes in the morning no matter what. I might not have my schedule like perfect, like every 15 minutes I'm doing this. I might not be able to write for an hour, but I will definitely be writing for my 15 minutes every day, as long as I can help it, of course, because you know God is in control. However, God willing, I will write for 15 minutes. And you make it a plan to, and whatever goal you have, you make it a plan to, you add it to your routines. Now, like moms of littles, we might not have hours and hours and hours to work on our goals, but another thing that you can do is you can rise early. Wake up early in the morning. I wake up super early, anytime, anywhere between 4 to 4:30. But, hear me out. I also go to bed super early, anywhere between 8 to 9 p.m. Generally around the 8:30ish mark. If you're an early bird like me, you might want to consider this, because we can naturally just rise and wake up early. But like by 4 or 5 p.m., my energy is already. Well, I have to say, actually, ever since I started like the trim healthy mama stuff, my energy will go to like 6 or whatever, but even by like 7 or 8, I'm not like exhausted. Like, of course, I'm ready to sleep because that's just the time I sleep, but I'm not like before, like a zombie walking about. So check out Trim Healthy Mama if you're interested. But if you are not an early person, say you will not wake up early, then you can still maybe go to bed a little bit later, knock out those goals. If you have a lot of energy, go for it. If your children nap, you can try to do something in the afternoon, and it's really good. You can try to do something in the afternoon, and just like that, just don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on your goals just because, we're moms now, or we're occupied, we homeschool, we homestead, whatever you might be doing. Homemake, homestead, homeschool, all of the homes, it doesn't matter. You can still, make time for your goals that are important to you. Your children will see it, And it would be just so amazing that they will see you like, yes, okay, I don't have my schedule that I had before, hours and hours of productivity, but don't let it like fall to the wayside either. Another thing that I have really heard that was really interesting to me, and you can practice it if you like to, and it actually sounds kind of interesting because I'm more of like a scheduled, structured type person. So if you want to see me try this, let me know, and I will definitely try it because it would be like so interesting to see, especially for my personality. Hello for all of those joining us. We are live and we are talking about productivity. So feel free to say hello in the chat. We'll answer your question personally, and yes, and all of that good stuff. So the other thing that I've heard you can try is called rhythms. That is like something so fantastic. I heard in Organized HQ. If I find the lady again, I will link her down below. She's a homeschool mom. I don't really see her talking about this in her Instagram, but she did mention it in the Organized HQ, and it has blown my mind. So I'm gonna mention it too. Is rhythms, and that being said, like it's more gentler than even like schedules, of course, and routines. So a schedule to me, when I say schedule, I mean this is what I'm doing from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. This is what I do from like 6 to 7, and just like even 15-minute increments. My schedules used to be like 15-minute increments, and if something would go to the wayside, like if something would go differently, I would not I would not even be able to continue my schedule. So that is one extreme. These days with the boys, I can't exactly do that, but as I was saying, I don't want them to think like, oh, mom used to be so productive, so this, so that, and then we came along and it just fell to the wayside. Plus, I want to be like a good example for them and show them dreams, goals, and ambitions are important. So now I do routines, but only because I still like my structure, and I'm on go all the time and chasing my goals and stuff like that. So I do that. But the rhythms are where you have maybe like 2 or 3 things that you want to do in a day, maybe three, maybe four, whatever. But you're not like tied to an event or a clock like with schedules or a time. Like when you, let's say, like with routines, you will, let's say, I don't know, you will brush your teeth, drink your tea, and then you will go right. Like after I drink my tea or during I drink my tea, this is not tea, this is good girl moonshine. I was talking about it in the beginning from Trim Healthy Mama. It has ginger, it's like really good. Well, anyway, so you will not necessarily write every single day during the same time of day. Like I drink my tea, I write. No, with rhythms you will just say, before breakfast I have this plan to do this thing, and then you will do it before breakfast. So let's say, before breakfast I want to get my outside time in. Okay, so it doesn't matter, it could be 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning. Well, I guess before breakfast, right? So whatever time you eat breakfast, let's say you eat breakfast at 9 in the morning, between 6, 7, 8, 9, you will go outside because that's just part of your rhythm. And I mean, Lord willing, anything can happen, right? And then in the afternoon, let's say, okay, well, afternoon I need to do my chores. Let's say before lunch I do my chores. So somewhere between breakfast and lunch, somewhere, it can vary every single day, but it's just a rhythm. You will do your afternoon chores. It could be 10, 11, 12, 1, whatever. Let's say you eat lunch at 1. You have that range of time. Maybe today is at 9:30. Maybe tomorrow it's at, I don't know, 12:30. So those are rhythms like that. And usually, or at least what I saw from the lady, they involve like the whole family. So you will plan this around, your children and whatever, whoever is part of your family, right? And that's how those rhythms go. But I still feel like it's productive because you're not just like giving up and saying, woe is me, God forbid, and this is just not my season, and just throw everything in. You're still progressing to your goals. Inch by inch is a cinch. So you don't have to run a mile a minute. As a matter of fact, that is a recipe for burnout. Trust me. Trust me. I should know. I have known. So let's like take things a little bit more easy, but that doesn't mean to throw in the towel. I mentioned about the video coming out this Monday about self-care, God willing. So that is coming out there. I did release a video last week as well. So for now, that will be it. Every other week, I will still like come alive, whenever God gives me an opportunity to, some shorts some of the time. Let me know, would you like, because of my homeschooling journey that I am in now, like I mentioned the other day, things are a bit different. I don't want the quality of my content to suffer. I will release my regular weekly videos every other week, at least for the time being. But in those weeks in between, would you guys prefer like some shorts, or let's say I had to choose between shorts and live? What would you prefer? I would love to know that. Would you prefer for me to come on live so I don't need to do the editing and doesn't take 1,000 years? Because I can film a video or whatever, but it's the editing that takes forever and a day. And I mean, that's just life. What are you gonna do? I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that's just part of it. Or would you rather me do a short or two, if possible, and just release that? I am open to any suggestions you guys have. I love to connect with you guys. Why I even come on live and stuff like this. So you just let me know. Look, all my ice melted. Oh, my ginger ice. My phone is now on 10%. I still have to make dinner. And stuff like this. It is almost 1:30 in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. I will wait a couple of more minutes, see if anyone has any questions. But if not, I shall see you again, my friend. I am active on Instagram for those of you who do follow me on Instagram. I haven't been on though because of, like I said, my schedule and some other stuff at the church and stuff like this. So just be patient with me. I should be back towards the end of the month over there. And then over here, YouTube, and you guys are like my day ones, even before Instagram, even before TikTok, it was YouTube, So you will see me here as long as I can help it, Lord willing. But, the Instagram and the TikTok has obviously taken a back seat. And I pray that the homeschooling, ow. Oops, you saw, I almost let you fall, but I got you. My tripod is still broken. So my brother lent me this wonderful little like tripod-y thing. The legs are very flexible. So if I don't put it the right way, you guys just like fall. But like I said, I got you. Well, anyway, so those are the new updates and those tips on the productivity. I gave 2 tips. I want to give one more before I go. Another productive thing that you can do as a homemaker, especially when you have like a hectic schedule like right now, is you can, instead of like going and letting the rooms pile up all the time, you can literally like, I call it like top of the hour. Every top of the hour you can go around your home for 5 minutes or something. It's good to walk around anyway, right? Even if you have like a desk job or something, if you're working from home, like a traditional job but work from home, you can still do this. Moms that are like stay-at-home moms, homemakers, you can still do this every time at the top of the hour. Just get up and go about your house, maybe like 5 minutes, and just like tidy up or whatever, so it won't be overwhelming. The other thing that you can do, not 3 tips but 4 in 20 minutes. Oh my goodness. And I just didn't even write my notes because I didn't even think I was gonna come live today. Both my sons are sleeping by God's grace. I felt like I should go. If you missed this video, go back and watch it. I will leave it open so that anyone can watch those 4 productive tips. I didn't even get the 4th one, but here goes. Whenever you leave a room, grab your stuff that you entered the room with, so that way your home will be more neat, and you will have less you don't need as much time to do it. Another thing, if you didn't enter the room or anything, just like spruce 5 tip, spruce something up in the room already. So let's say you go in the living room and the pillows are anyhow, you didn't come in there with anything, you just went in there like with yourself, then you just spruce up the pillows. And yeah, that's how it goes. Okay, so I will see you. I will probably do a poll, Lord willing, about if you would prefer live or shorts if it came down to it in those in between weeks. And I thank you for joining me and being here with me, even though the chat was a little bit quiet today. That's okay. I know that you guys are around. I see your likes and everything like this. But yeah, so let me know, shorts or live, if it came down to it. And don't forget the video dropping Monday, God willing, about self-care for homemakers. Well, I thank you so much for watching. Until next time, to God be the glory. Bye. What is happening? Oh, I told you, it's been a while.